Alright everybody, what's up? Welcome to our first beginner stream for the Fightin Foenatics. This is going to be a longer stream than normal, going to be more casual. We're not going to be so focused on like making sure we do one match each and then move on. We only have an hour like he normally does. We're going to give it, a couple hours, and we're going to hope that everybody has a good time. Right now there's only a few people, so we can get some matches going pretty quickly. And what we're going to do is after we do the matches, we're going to talk a little bit about them. I'm going to talk here, and then we'll also, if the people who are in the matches want to come into the stream, we'll pull you in and we'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll stop and we'll go to the next match. So we'll see how this works out. In general, the whole idea is that there are a lot of players that are new to Fightin Foenatics, or new to TFH, and not just new to TFH, but also new to fighting games in general. Some people have played fighting games before, but this is the first one that they want to play competitively. And playing competitively, hey Rich, say hi to the stream.
Hello everyone.
And so people who are wanting to play this game competitively don't know certain things like, how do I be safe? How do I approach? How do I punish? When do I punish? How do I manage the neutral? What is the neutral? All these questions. So we're gonna work on getting you on your way for that. So yeah, right now we're asking in the lobby is who wants to go ahead and be our guinea pigs, quote unquote. We'll have 2 people playing and watching and commentating over them.
No one seems to be taking the bite.
Come on, you beautiful people. We know somebody here wants to show off what they know so far. Push some buttons. Do some specials and supers. Ideally do them to win, but Golden versus Sadikaz?
I'm asking them right now.
No, you don't want to play.
I don't wanna
Okay.
take the bait. No, just kidding.
All right. Well,
he says let's go. Why not?
why don't you? Nianhuo, I think, would be willing to play. Why don't you say Nianhuo versus Sadikaz?
Let me just get into my palm.
Yeah, I'll direct Nianhuo versus Sadikaz. Although if it's gonna be a Tianhuo Ditto, it's gonna be interesting. All right.
He said it's okay. Go ahead and watch him. Hey, should I watch too, or should I just stay out here and wait for people?
You can watch for this one. Just watch on the stream, and you can stay out there.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, all those people in Twitch chat, we know a couple of you better players are in there too. You can go ahead and throw out your comments in Twitch chat. I'll take a look every so often, and we'll see. We'll try and add that into the feedback to the players.
If you guys want some direct, if you want to talk to us on Discord, you could just join any of the voice channels and we'll drag you in here with us.
I will defeat you so soundly, your ancestors will become dizzy. Fight.
All right, so both players backed off at the beginning. But Nianhuo goes in and starts up the combo, but doesn't complete it.
Well done.
All right, going for a basic ABC after Ash at the end. Okay, both of them just going for some...
Now it's my
Okay,
turn.
so Nianhuo just utilized standing C on the ground, but didn't go for a very large combo and got opened up by Nianhuo. Did I say Nianhou? I meant Taticast earlier.
Has Taticast played on stream before?
I think maybe.
Yet.
I can't remember.
much to
Nianhou
learn.
played in the tournament recently, and Nianhou closed that one out with Super. And sometimes, you know, using Super as a closeout if you know it's going to hit, not a bad idea. Sometimes you might want to save meter for the next match if you can get a combo that doesn't require Super to close it out. But, you know, whatever kills.
I would suggest for like beginners, like especially for me, sometimes even though I practice a combo where I could get out the Super or do a long enough combo, sometimes it's just safer to do the Super and kill than risk dropping a combo. Would you say that's some good advice?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because the combo is going to be a lot more inputs than the Super, and the Super has more damage. Now right there, that one was a little close to being too far away and
You're not a
potentially
warrior
dropping,
yet.
but
You have much to learn.
Nianhou closes it out
It's over.
for the first match of their set. Alright guys, go ahead and do another one.
Just make sure you spectate them, Song.
Yeah, I did.
So it'll be 3 sets, right?
It'll be 2 of 3. Like if it were, we'll just make it if it were a tournament, but it's not a tournament. It's not going to be like it's just 2 of 3. So if Taticast manages to win one, they'll play a third one.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be me and Golden afterwards.
All right, cool. One of the things too, like I said, at the beginning of the match, both players kind of backed away, and that I don't know. When it comes to the Tianhua Ditto, I don't know about that meta, that approach. But when it comes to Tian overall, she should be pretty aggressive unless she knows the
I hope you have
player,
been keeping
not the
up with your
character,
training.
likes to be aggressive as well.
Round 1.
So,
Fight.
all right, this time Nianhou goes in first with a 2C, goes into launcher after another 2C,
I see.
but doesn't go for a full combo. Does get, however, what we like to sometimes call an American reset. Alright, Taticast gets a volcanic crash, but doesn't do anything on the wake up.
Impressive.
Okay, Taticast backs up, uses a 2C to come in. Now, a raw 2C by itself, it can open up,
It's my turn.
you can't open up opponents blocking high, but it is pretty punishable if you don't cancel it into something. If you whiff it completely,
Do
it's
not
extremely
let
punishable.
defeat be the
And if you put it
end.
on block, then you kind of have to cancel it into your flips or something to make you safe. Because just going to launcher is very unsafe. You never want to put your launcher on someone's block.
Now it's my turn.
Wait, did you say
I see.
2C?
2C is the sliding kick.
Okay. Because normally if it makes contact, you want to follow up with this 3C.
Well, right, like that's the launcher. But if you hit their block, it's a little bit of a different story.
No more games.
And yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
Candle
get-
said, there is a lot of raw 2C going on. You might think, okay, this move is really good. It slides forward, it hits them low, but for a defensive opponent, it's just an opportunity to potentially punish you if you don't. Right now there's not a lot of blocking going on.
Like
And
a
the-
moth to the flame.
Yeah, if they see you're doing that, then it's very punishable. Yeah.
All right, so Nianhou takes the victory. I would say that that victory in this case was I only know the one combo, I'm poorly at that. Right, the victory in this case was due to Nianhou actually having some damage output after getting a hit, which is the basic, get good, learn a combo and everything. But that doesn't mean that's the only thing that was the problem in this match. As noted by Candle, 2C is very bad to whiff. And then, right, in general, even if using it in strings, you could get push blocked.
So is it me and Golden now?
Yeah, just give me a quick moment. So, Also, I don't know if they're actually watching the stream too, but yeah, let's do them in Golden. You and Golden.
Wait, let me just mute my mic because my stick will be all noisy.
But yeah, one of the big comments is that blocking more, right? Just like Candle said, blocking more is always good. And there wasn't a lot of blocking on either side in that match. So neither Nianhuo or Tadikas was really, they were just going in. And while that is a good approach.
Just a sec, my stick's not working.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why is my stick not working? Some technical issues on my end. Oh,
yeah, there was that crash that kind of just happened after the 2C. So again, some of that can be, and that's like executional, knowing how to follow up for your combos. And if you don't know combos at all, that's all it's going to be. You having just stick problems?
Why is my stick not working?
No. Well,
this is so odd.
In the interim, how about we have Frost Aura and Golden?
Why is my stick not working? My gosh. I should have done this right before. Oh, Frost, he's pretty good, man. You gonna put Golden against him?
I can't remember. I can't remember how good Frost is.
He
but,
is pretty good.
Well, we'll see. I mean, playtime is not always a determining factor, but in this case, Golden has more. But Golden Aura, I'm pretty sure, or Frost Aura, my bad, is a Velvet player. I'm not sure what Golden plays, but
thing is, I've seen Frost play a bunch, so what do you call this?
Well, if there's good things about his play, we can highlight them, and then also highlight any flaws as well, so that he can get better, and Golden can learn as well.
Ready? Fight.
Frost has.
All right, so Golden starts off with a rather unsafe beginning option, but doesn't get punished by Frost Aura for it. Does it again, and also once again doesn't get punished. Frost is at least blocking, but all right. So this time, Golden opens up Frost high with the overhead from the T-shirt combo. All right, a lot of unsafe stuff being blocked, but Frost is not actually attacking. Okay.
Excuse you.
All right, short hop JC into super. Not a lot of damage after getting the opponent opened up, but it gets you the hard knockdown. Okay, so Frost puts out an icicle. I mean, lots of blocking going on, but no utilization of the blocking. Just blocking all day isn't going to win you the match. And in this case, you can see that Golden W has... I wonder if Frost is actually not doing certain things just to make a point or statement. I'm not really sure, but Frost is losing, so...
Is he?
Yes.
Round 2.
Alright, we'll see if they change their approach for the second match.
I must be thinking of someone else then.
I wonder if they are also having some sort of problems, but... Okay.
Let's play on.
So the Golden W does have some combos, some basic Paprika combo strings. But right now they're playing a little bit defensively, cautiously as well. Which, that's not necessarily bad for Paprika. Paprika should try to get those mix-ups after the hard knockdowns that she has. Because that's her big thing, is the Vortex. Her ability to continuously mix up the opponent after they're on the ground. Alright, now we're starting to see Frost come alive a little bit. Alright, so this time a short hop backwards JC with a unsafe launcher that whiffs, but no punish. Again. So the one thing that we can obviously say for Frost is they need to work on understanding when they can punish the opponent. Alright. So the cartwheel into the t-shirt doesn't get much off of it. But it's not going to take too much more. One more straight hit can do it. Let's see, now Frost is starting to... Okay, there's a punish on a raw launcher, but nothing other than a couple of jabs and a 5M.
Was it good for you too?
Alright, Frost manages to take that. Velvet does have really great raw damage.
Final round. Fight.
Okay, there we go. Alright, you know what? That's a start. That's a start. You know, when you see Teleport C, and you block it, like that's a really easy punish opportunity. And that's one of Paprika's big problems as a character. She's a great character with a lot of big moves and juke, you know, options to juke around the screen, but she has really unsafe stuff. So if you know what's coming and block it, you can punish the hell out of her. Alright, good job on Golden, seeing the overhead coming and blocking high after they were blocking low. Although, really, there was no point in that string that was a low hit, because Velvet has no low normals.
You little.
Okay. Utilizes the DP as the punish this time. The DP for Velvet, the Magic Eruption, does have follow-up opportunities, and I always fail to follow it up myself. All you really need to do is slide in and 2B. So Golden takes it.
This is so strange. My controller.
That was only the first match. We'll do the next two, and then we'll take a moment and we'll talk to them, and we'll also talk to well, Tatagas is playing right now, but yeah, go ahead and play again.
Sorry, I'm not in the lobby because my controller is not working at all. What is up with that? As in, it's not even being detected by Steam. That's so odd. Maybe if I reset my computer, I'll be back.
And again, I appreciate Candle is offering some of his suggestions in stream. Any other stronger players, if you would like to offer some suggestions in stream Twitch chat, please do, and we'll highlight them if it hadn't already been mentioned. All right, so Frost is using icicles. Looked like the 236A. But didn't have any real strong zoning game, and now Golden is in. Once again, doesn't have a big punish on the on either the cartwheel C or the teleport C. And with Velvet, one of the things that you gotta learn as a beginner is just one icicle isn't enough. And sometimes you don't want to put that fastest icicle out either. If they're in close, maybe you do, but sometimes you want to put out the icicle B or C, because they have these delayed timings, and the opponent may even forget about them as you close in and the icicle's off screen. But anyways, back to this match. Alright, so you see Golden actually does know how to cross canter. It may have, it may have been a missed input, but I think I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say they know how, and that they used it correctly. And what a cross canter was when that green flash you saw earlier happens. The opponent is basically breaking out of their block stun and putting forth a briefly invincible attack that resets the neutral a little bit. Although it kind of gives you the positional advantage. Doesn't really reset the neutral because they end up on the ground, but alright, once again opening up with Teleport C. And yeah, no real punish, no real blocking on it. Does manage to block the other side super, and this time, all right, you can't quite go into the overhead shatter there, but that was definitely a lot better coming alive on the punish there. And yes, Candle, I agree. That's how you get that zoning pressure with Velvet, is you do need to kind of mix in your ground and air icicles. But he's currently only really been using the small ones on the ground. Alright, Golden gets a cartwheel C, but doesn't have a combo for it. Gets blocked entirely on the t-shirt, but no punish. Right? Multiple t-shirts there. And now Frost is used 2 eruptions to get out of that situation in the corner, but it's right back in it. Once you get an eruption in, you can be a little bit more aggressive with Velvet. And again, it does put the opponent into a tumble state. So that if you are quick enough, you can learn how to follow up that for a combo. Now right there you saw that Frost pushed a button thinking that they had the opportunity to punish the Paprika player. But Paprika does have invulnerability frames on her super, so you do have to be aware of that when the opponent has meter if they're playing Paprika. Alright, once again uses the invincible DP. Now they're using some air icicles, but they utilized, it looked like the air icicle B and ground icicle A, and they ended up going pretty much at the exact same time instead of being staggered. Right, 2C is a pretty good move for a poke, not a terrible opener for the match. Usually I think the best Velvet opener is to just to carefully block, either jumping or backdash if you think you can get away with it without getting hit. But 2C is not bad if you think you can, the opponent isn't going to be really in your face with a faster move. Alright. So it looked like there he was trying to cancel his, or chain his 5C into his 2C. He just wasn't quick enough to get it to combo. Alright, the Golden short hops over. Doesn't use the short hop JC. It probably would have hit. Instead uses the jabs. Alright, almost got a combo there. A Velvet projectile combo. A little bit better usage. As the match goes, we're seeing some improvements there. And now, we're seeing some actual combo stuff from Frost. But he didn't really utilize the frozen state to his advantage. He gets that 3 meter off of his level 2.
It's over now.
Alright, and Golden closes it out. So yeah, he gets that free magic meter off of level 2. I can't remember if he actually had a full bar or not, but you definitely, if you have level 2 or you're planning on using it, you want to try to use that early for Velvet so that you can get meter early on, magic meter early on.
Things going.
Pretty good.
My controller is still not working, right? So
yeah, I was just saying that at the beginning, Golden had the advantage due to having a little bit of a combo game, and that's with Velvet's. Velvet does have a harder conversion. I say harder, but like slightly more difficult combo routes than normal. Her standard ABC stuff in the air isn't really that great. Her JB is extremely odd. But all right, yeah, and see Frost saying it took me a while to get the offense going. Yeah, I mean you had some defense. All you did was block. You blocked well. You blocked pretty decently. But you know you have to actually punish that stuff. But. Alright, so let's get some more matches. I see Engineer is in here. And I see Tadacast and Spiritus are fighting. You know what? Why don't we just have Engineer and Yanhuo play this time? Rich, how are you doing with your stick?
It's not even being detected by Steam. That is so weird. Did my controller break? Because I was playing Dragon Ball with this a couple of weeks back.
I wonder if it's a TFH thing.
No, it's even Steam doesn't detect it.
Oh, I'll open that. Yep. Spectate is ready.
When I connected my computer...
I want to thank everybody for tuning in on the stream too. Again, if you have any sort of commentary that you would like to add for what the players could be doing to improve, or what they're doing well at a beginner level, then by all means please add it to the Twitch chat. Alright, so Engineer is playing the pink paprika, and Yanhuo playing the crazy purple Tianhuo. And Engineer opens up with the teleport C. Does get the hit, but doesn't get much damage off of it. Some. Alright, goes into T-shirt. Launcher. Gets the kissy face. Does not get the conversion off of the projectile. And that would have been going into super there for the hard knockdown follow-up, but wasn't able to continue that. Yanho goes into Ash. Launchers again into JC, but Bax is got his momentum going away from the opponent and wasn't able to go into super for a closeout. Okay, so basically right now the main problem that they're both dropping some combos that they probably can do in training mode. Okay, that ended up being a reset this time. Yanho not blocking. Now, if Yanho had been blocking, that would have not, you know, worked out that way. He would have been able to block the super and get a punish. So always continue to block. I sometimes give up myself, but you don't want to give up all the time because the opponent might drop something. You don't really want to ever give up. Alright, push blocks the firecracker away. And push block is one of those options on defense that you need to definitely understand how to use, when to do it, and when you shouldn't do it. Sometimes you might push block something that you actually should punish. Alright, gets the cartwheel C. Relaunch, but doesn't get the kissy face this time. T-shirt opens up the defense on Yanho. Alright, Yanho gets a 2C, doesn't get anything off of it. Alright, gets the air dash JC. Now he has that corner pressure, and when you're a Tianhuo player and you have that corner pressure, you definitely need to know how to utilize, you know, those combo strings, get those the good long combos, or start going for some resets. And Tianhuo has a really great corner pressure, some of the best in the game, except for Pop with Dogs. Alright, and Engineer uses a meter dump route. When you happen to have a lot of meter, all three bars, you can get a lot of damage off of just a super, level 2 to cancel, and then go into your normal super again. So that was very good. That's not something you want to do in a round 1 scenario, but... Alright, after this match, we're going to go ahead and start pulling some people into chat and talking with them a little bit. And we'll kind of direct it to be a slow chat and just see what they think they can improve, or if they have any questions. Alright, so this time Yanho switches to Velvet. Man after my own heart.
Round 1. Fight!
Alright, so 2 teleports. Utilizes them, gets a mix up, but doesn't do anything with it off of the teleports. All right. So for some reason, Yanhua was just was pressing 2A for full screen, but the engineer didn't get anything off of the teleport C. So okay, kind of a shatter B. All right. So this time the engineer or Yanhua uses push block. That's normally a good idea for Velvets, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it better. Engineer drops the combo though, and Yanhua wakes up with a shatter. Now, one thing with Paprikas that like to do teleport C, one of Velvet's good options is to use 2C. 2C or 2D, excuse me. 2D is Velvet's snowball that goes straight up, or anti-air snowball. And what this will do is it'll go straight up and hit the Paprika as it's coming down. Alright. So again, Engineer not exactly sure what to do with his combos in the corner. And that can be a thing too. You learn a bread and butter, but once you're in the corner, the positioning of your opponent is locked in, and you're not exactly sure how to continue the combo run. I don't know if that's as big a problem with Paprika. It can be a bit of a problem with Velvet. Alright, so Yanhua gets the level 2, just starts dumping magic into them. A better option would be to, if you want to spam a move on an opponent like that, would be to use Eruption C, which kind of locks them in place unless they do something invincible to get out. Alrighty, so we're going to take a moment and we are going to talk to some people. First, I think I want to talk to Yanhua. Oh wait, we have some new players. Well, actually, I don't know if that player is aware of the stream. Let's see. Their Let's Player. I don't know how to. Sometimes I don't know how to refer to somebody. Yeah, that furious testing going on from Rich over there.
Oh, you can actually hear that.
Yeah, I can hear it. Everybody can hear it.
Forgot to, mute. But yeah, I got my controller working. Stupid Steam.
All right. Well, I don't know if they're here for the stream or not, but Yanhua.
A lot less people than I was expecting today. Maybe because of different time. Later than usual. What do you think? I can hear your furious typing.
My furious typing, your furious buttoning, sticking. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say sticking.
Stick it to the man.
Hey, Strider's here. Local hero Strider.
So what you should. So you want to talk to people, or you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Engineer and Yanhua.
Oh, someone's in here. Neonho's in here, so
Alright.
I'll drag him in here with us.
Thanks. Go ahead. Hi, Neonho. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hello.
Hello. So, just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your play. What do you? Let's first ask. What do you think that you needed to work on the most?
Okay, so I know, and sorry for possible background noise, but
That's okay.
I know that I drop combo a lot, and I know that can be avoided by practicing in lab.
Mm-hmm.
I also know that I don't fly cancel enough as Tian.
Mm-hmm.
That's another big problem that I have been told of.
Yep.
Which I just struggle with inputting that correctly a lot of the time.
Yeah, there's the flight cancel, and then there's also your flips that you can use to back away safely. And there's some
Yeah.
I don't know the invincibility. Like one of them has a lot of invincibility. I think it's the 7D. 7D has a lot of invincibility. Somebody in the chat can correct me on that. and that can be like if you are unsure of your offense, need to back up, or you think something's coming.
Yeah, I've never been able to utilize those correctly.
Mm-hmm. And then what else? Oh, blocking in general. While Tianhuo is a more offensive character, if you see someone flailing away on, say, like there was a lot of raw 2C going on in that match where both of you, both of you were just sliding into each other like crazy, like it was a baseball game, and and so if you had just blocked, you would have had the opportunity to punish that 2C unless they use some of their magic and maybe they get out of it, but.
I'll be honest, I generally do better at blocking, but I can still see where that would be a problem. And like, I think one of the biggest problems is just that I don't know Tianhuo's best approach options. Like, because I find myself falling into the same pattern of just doing the same type of attacks, and it gets really predictable.
Yep.
Well,
and that's the thing. This character has tons of cross up and mix up potential from the air. So once you learn how to cancel a lot of stuff with your air dashes and your flight, you can make your opponent, like want to tear their hair out with the amount of pressure they have to deal with, even when they push block.
And I definitely don't utilize that correctly because I struggle applying pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. That's just why I like zoners, because I can put the pressure where I'm not as much under the gun because I'm shooting at them. They're under the gun.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Let me get engineer in here real quick, and we'll talk to him a little bit. Hello, engineer.
Oh, I got pulled in. Okay, I'll mute the stream because otherwise the double voice will be.
Oh yeah, definitely. Please do mute the stream. All right, so. What do you think? I'll basically ask you the same questions that I asked Tianhuo. What do you think you could have worked on?
I keep dropping combos. I've made some weird paprika combo that is probably not very good, and I think it's got pretty low damage until I drop it.
Right. I saw some of those. It looked like okay, he might have an idea of what he's doing, but they were like. You were unsure of your combos and you were dropping in the middle. Like you get the 6A. And the stagger, but then you weren't like ready to get the fruit out, and like that.
Yeah, sometimes when I land, I can get the light attack, and I try to do a light attack and then a anti-air into the stagger, so I can do a gift.
Yeah, the gift.
Into but sometimes I'm not sure if I don't do it quick enough, or sometimes they land quicker. It happens during the combo as well. Like sometimes they just land too quickly, and I can't get the lick off in time to redo into another launcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really sure what affects that. If I'm just too slow, or if something like my aerial medium was too late after my jump. I don't really know what affects whether the combo gets dropped or not.
Well, one of the things you can do is you can try to talk to some of the better Paprika players out there, and you can get their combo training files. If you don't know about combo training in the TFH, you can just load up a file of somebody else's completed combo, and you don't have to worry about watching a video and like, oh, I can see it on the YouTube video, but I can't replicate it in my game. You can have it replicated in your game for you and repeat it over and over, and then when you're ready to play, you can try to match the combo, and the combo will appear in the moves, each move that you complete.
I remember far back in the beta, like when the game was still in beta, Raceall was giving me some pointers, and he sent me combo files for Tianhuo, and they were just so long that I still don't think I've ever actually completed that combo that he sent me.
Right. It's not just about combos though, too. Like Arcanel has really long combos, and Raceall, the really good Tianhuo players, but they also go for resets too. And Engineer, I'm sorry. Before you keep talking about combos, I wanted to ask you, what's another thing that you think you didn't do too well?
I did get opened up low quite a bit that fight, I think.
Okay.
At least during the Tianhuo one.
One of the things I was actually going to say, this kind of goes out to multiple Paprikas that have been playing today, is and it's a problem for Paprika because that's just kind of the character she is. But opening up too often, or like opening up around with teleport C. If
Oh yeah.
especially against the Velvet player who's probably going to be blocking, like the Velvet players tend to want to go back. So if you open up around with teleport C, you're probably going to hit their block, and then you're.
It was lucky that I'm not a good Velvet.
Right. Right. Like Nianho doesn't know his punish game yet, so you were lucky at a number of instances. And
So how would you approach
with
Velvet?
Paprika?
Yeah, super jumps with blocking or?
Well, yeah, and one of the things that Candle said is that you can hide your charges. I think Local Hero and Candle both recommended this in Twitch stream. Is for charge characters like Paprika, you can hide your charges in movement. It's particularly in aerial movement. So, like, you can do a jump or a short hop to approach, but be blocking. I don't think you can actually. Can you block in short hop? I don't think you can block in short hop. But you can do like a jump or a super jump to block.
So, noob question: how do you short hop?
It's a light tap of the jump of up. You just tap it.
Oh,
lightly.
okay.
And you can either tap up or up forward or up back, and you'll do a short hop in the applicable direction where there's.
I knew that was a mechanic in Smash Bros, but I had never heard of it in them Fightin Herds.
It's not universal to all fighting games, but it's common to KOF. It's common to King of Fighters, and it's also in here, but only for Paprika and Arizona. They are the only two characters that can do it.
Well, that's good to know because I would have gone and tried it.
You can also super jump, which is also a very useful move. You can do by down and then up, just down up real quick. You'll do a super jump and you'll go much higher, and you'll be able to approach much more quickly while not having to worry about lows. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I also don't want to sit here too long, talking just y'all two. So
Yeah, you got more fights to do.
Yeah. We're gonna do some more fights.
Should we just top off?
Please do.
All right. Well, thanks guys for the stream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep on watching. We're not done.
We'll be here.
Yeah, Song, do Tad and who is it? Tad and Crafty.
Okay. After this one, I think we're gonna pull Tatty Cats in and talk to them.
You watching them?
Yep.
Just tell me if you hear cooking in the background.
Okay, Solcog says Dur Let's Player needs a lot of help, so we'll talk to them too, or we'll watch one of their matches and we'll see what we can say.
Show me your power.
Who?
Dur Let's Player.
Ready?
I was gonna ask how is your ping to him, because for me he's in 300.
I'll have to see later. But right now,
Now it's my
Crafty
turn.
Kitsune opens up the match by just running backwards for a while, and then goes in. Doesn't get much damage off of a very light combo. Tatty Cass is once again sliding in a lot with 2C, but isn't going into launcher. If you're gonna use 2C and you get the hits like he's getting, you gotta be able to go into that 3C launcher. This time he goes into it, but doesn't go for much of the combos. He did a flip after actually hitting the 2C, so that might have been an input error. Alright. Gets a raw launcher, but doesn't get anything off of it. Volcanic Bash in the air. I don't know why I said that. Volcanic Bash in the air, and I just ended. So my commentary was pretty beginner there as well. Alright, so Tadigas just dashes in while Crafty Kitsune runs away.
You need some commentary training.
Yeah, this is my commentary training.
Get Pete in here to train you.
Alright, so both of them, again, even though combos are not always the answer, when you do get a hit, like combos are not always the end-all be-all of how do I get better. But both of these players right now don't know enough about how to convert the hits they're getting, and so they definitely need to learn some basic combos.
I see.
I'm seeing also a lot they're doing like hard attacks
Like a
really up
moth to the
close, you know?
Yeah, a couple times they're just kind of utilizing hard attack, heavy attacks, 5C or 2C, and particularly for Tadikas. Right there, kind of a raw 3C. Alright, so Crafty Kitsune runs away and throws gifts. Tadikas trying to get some more JCs in his combo. Okay. So he's basically just doing ABC in the air. Alright, so ABC into Volcanic Crash. Get some damage
You're
off
not
of
a
that.
warrior yet. You have much to learn.
Tianhua wins. Rematch? KO.
And actually manages to win the match. We'll close out the set. And then after we close out the set with them, we'll talk to Tadikas, and I think Frost. We'll talk to them too. So Cogs, I'm on pad as a zoner, so I'm pretty much bad. Do you mean an Arizoner? Cause when do you play zoners, Soul Cogs? Cause I play zoner nonstop. I mean, did you start playing Velvet or Oleander? Nah, pad ain't bad. I play on pad too, but there are some issues sometimes with D-pad. It'd be nice if we could get that mechanical D-pad Sonic Fox got
Your ancestors will become dizzy.
from Beaver Customs, but they haven't made that widely available yet. Alright, so Tadikas opens up with a 5C while Crafty Kitsune runs away again. So one of the interesting things, this is just a random musing, is that Tianhuo's 2A is kind of bad. It's kind of slow at 6 frames, but her 5A is interesting, that bite, because it has a really wide, like it has a hitbox at her feet and, you know, at her head. Like her actual feet, you can't really duck under the 5A. Not that you should be able to duck under them, but I haven't looked at all the hitboxes. I was just looking at the hitboxes earlier today.
But not well
I
enough.
should probably look at Velvet's 5A hitbox, but the 5As all seem pretty decent for a lot of the characters. Alright, a raw anti-air twice. A raw launcher on block. And look, a punish! Good stuff. Not much out of it, but a punish is definitely something we want to see. Alright, so 5C into 2C, but now he's just flipping out.
Impressive.
You don't want to flip when you've got the combo going unless you have a good reset in mind. I think even then you probably should just keep the combo going until you have too much JD. Firecrackers in right through the gift. That would be the 40 or the 60, my bad.
It's over now.
Also, for all you players that are watching that don't know what the numbers are that I keep saying, the numbers just refer to directions on the keypad. Like, if you were to look at your keypad or your numpad on your keyboard where all the directions are, the numbers correspond to those directions. I didn't say that completely correctly, but the numbers correspond to direction on the keypad. That's all it is. I'm sure you've seen it enough times. You're probably familiar with that part by now. But if not,
Yeah, just on the chat, just tell us if you don't know, what do they call it? Anime notation? Numpad notation?
yeah, and Candle has a good point. Tadikas is utilizing almost entirely ground attacks for his approach. He's only going into the air once he gets a hit. Whereas Tianhuo aerial approach is the name of the game for this character. Like, you want them to be afraid of your overhead
You're not
attacks,
a warrior
and then
yet.
you can start going
You
into
have much to
any
learn.
of your lows, and you have all three of your
KO.
crouching attacks are lows. So, all right, but Tadikas did end up winning. Just happened to have more damage overall. All right, so we're actually gonna ask, yeah. Well, I'm gonna get Tad and I think Golden's not available. All right, let's get Tad and Crafty.
Well, they aren't in the voice chat right now. Chad says he's gonna come in a sec.
Yep.
So I'm just waiting here to drag him in. And there he is. Hi-ho, hello.
Hey, Taticast.
Hello.
Can we just call you Tad?
We'll just call you Tad. What's up, Tad? Sorry if that sounds like an asshole way of saying things, but nah. Welcome to the chat.
Yeah.
So one of the big things, there's a couple of big things that we had to mention, but let's see first if you have your own assessment of what you did bad.
Yeah, I know about the combo thing that I'm bad at it.
Well, that's one thing.
That's one thing.
That,
It's pretty clear.
Yeah, the combo thing. It's you go into the lab and you try it out, and you just got to grind it out. I hate going to the lab myself, but that's not the biggest thing that we wanted to talk about. What else do you think? Hey, Crafty, what's up?
Oh, hello.
I did that in the first match a lot. The cartwheel thing when I tried to launch her.
Her
Just
flip?
cartwheel in the air. Yeah.
Her flips, yeah. So if you actually start getting hits, you don't really want to be using those unless they're letting you know they're going to go into the rest of your combo. Like a couple times you would get a hit, and then you would flip without, you'd get like your down heavy 2C, and then you get your 3C launcher, but then you'd flip and you wouldn't, continue to get some damage. What we really wanted to talk about, a couple of people were saying, is that the air approaches, you weren't really doing aerial approaches. You were doing a lot of raw 2C, which was your sliding heavy kick. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so it seems like that move might look like it's a really good approach because it gets you in, it's a low attack, and then you can, even if you don't do a 3C, it trips them up. But it's really only something that you want to use as part of your part of your mix-up game when you have really good pressure on them, not so much as an approach raw, like by itself. Instead, your approaches should be more flight-based. And I noticed it seemed like you weren't really comfortable with using Tianhuo's flight.
Yeah, it's kind of wonky because I'm used to always holding down the stick in every direction, so when I fly, I just dash in any direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I was just goofing off a little bit with Tianhua today before the stream, and I mean, I played a little bit of Painwheel, but Painwheel couldn't air dash in her flight if I remember correctly. Somebody's gonna correct me on that. But then it's just interesting to play a little bit with Tianhua's flight, and I think Tianhua's flight's pretty awesome actually. But definitely work a little bit, like learn how to cancel into your flight too. It'll make things safer. It'll make things more like you get a hit, you flight cancel and you can just do more.
Yeah, got it.
And if you happen to hit the opponent's block, like if the opponent is blocking your attacks, this is always a general rule, but don't go into your 3C, which is that launching kick that she does.
Yeah.
Because those are very unsafe on block.
Like I do it just because of
Muscle
I'm
memory.
used to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big problem that most people have is a muscle. I do too, or I used to, but I got rid of most of it. Where you muscle memory into what you think was a combo, but the opponent was blocking, so it's not a combo, and then you're left reeling. So I'm gonna ask Crafty some questions now. Crafty, what do you think you did well, or did what do you think you could have improved on, really?
Everything.
Well, name something specifically.
I'm not really sure.
You're not really sure? All right, well, one of the things that you did right off the bat was kind of just ran away. Like, you didn't really... You could have tried to meet Tian in the... She wasn't... Taticast wasn't really going in the air much himself, but you could have tried to, like, super jump your way in against Tian instead of going away. And then starting your mix-up game, maybe try to put out a t-shirt, stagger your t-shirt. Did you do how much? I don't remember how much t-shirt did you use for Paprika.
A lot of t-shirt.
A lot of t-shirt. When you use it, you definitely want to try to stagger it sometimes because the opponent might think you're done. But if you got the timing just right, you can still put out that one more, you know, that one or two more overhead from the t-shirt combo. Let's see. I'm just looking at the stream and seeing if there's... Oh, did you hear when we were talking to Engineer earlier about his Paprika play?
No, I wasn't here.
Okay, so, have you ever played a charge command character in fighting games before?
This is my first fighting game.
This is your first fighting game. Awesome. So, one, I'm glad you're playing, and two, with charge command characters, you might think to yourself, okay, I need to hold back the whole time, or I need to hold down back. But that's not always the case, because you could still be moving towards them while holding back, and the way you do that is utilizing jumps. So, using a short hop or a super jump, you can start hiding some of your charges. And was that why you were dashing back the whole time? Were you trying to get your charges in?
No, it's just a move that I see NG using where he brings them over to the side of the map and then cartwheels. So it's like a bait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the okay, so you were trying to kind of pull them over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's definitely better than just a raw cartwheel right off the bat. Although, you know, that raw cartwheel. Sometimes a raw cartwheel can punish an approaching aerial opponent, but yeah, you don't want it like right off the bat. In some matches, you'll see Paprikas doing a raw cartwheel and it just gets blocked and they get punished. So you gotta have like a trap or something ready. And I didn't see you using gifts too much.
Oh, what the
Would you
broccoli?
say cartwheel? Sorry. Would you say cartwheel A is a lot safer than the other cartwheels?
Yeah, and there's that too. You have your bouquets and cartwheel A's as more safe approaches, and you can and if you happen to get a bouquet, you can always jump out of that one. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask?
How to get better at Paprika would be a question.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that you can watch from Linkster. Do you know who the good Paprika players are?
Nope.
All right, so when it comes to our videos, you want to watch the players like Linkster. You want to watch Mayor. You want to watch MPK is good with a lot of characters. So if you watch his Paprika, that's a good person to watch. Leolum's not a bad Paprika. Kato's a great Paprika. I think Kato's like under Linkster. I think there's got to be someone in between Linkster and Kato, another really good player. But these players that I'm naming are Paprika players that you should definitely watch and learn a little bit about, or just watch the way they're approaching, or trying to mix the opponent up. Linkster will sometimes do unsafe stuff, but that's kind of they all will. That's kind of the nature of the character. But you have to do it with a gift, or you see the opponent do like you see the Velvet or whatever doing something full screen, and you're like, okay, I can punish this. I can get there in time. So some things are reaction, some things are prediction, but just doing it raw without knowing, then you're probably gonna hit their block, like that teleport C, or that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course training. There's always the whole practice combos and all that stuff.
Oh, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah. And if you come into the stream rusty, that's always going to be a factor too. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and move on. I see Raysol in here.
Yes. See you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Tad. Tad, before you go, would you like to say anything additional, or you have any questions?
Probably not.
No?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on to the next bunch of matches.
Go. Is it Momo and Soul Hunger?
All right. Make sure. Yeah, I got it.
He seems to be walking. Okay, never mind. He's just walking in place.
Who's that? Ray?
Momo.
Oh, Momo. Oh, this ping seems
Yeah.
alright.
Are you spectating them?
I am indeed. I didn't actually. I didn't get to see Dur Let's Player earlier. What happened?
Yeah,
to that player?
he left.
He left.
I know he just left.
Yeah, can't always get there to everyone. Again, this is pretty
I
casual.
guess.
We're just we're trying to feel our way through this right now. It's new for us to do it this way, because normally we just do sets of matches where it's only one match per set of players, and then at the end MBK will do his matches, and then that's it. Just once across the hour to showcase people. Anyways, we got Soul Hunger, goes by Astral Mouse in on Discord chat. And then we have Mr. Momobot over here as the Arizona. So right now we see Soul Hunger is using, or Astral, is using a combination of icicles, which is the way you want to play Velvet. Alright. Momobot gets away with the headbutt on block. Alright, a lot of icicles going on, so Momo's not exactly sure how to approach. A lot of icicles you can duck, so if you just kind of dash in and duck every now and then, it's designed that way because Velvets will also start trying to utilize their eruption, as you saw at the end, so that not only are you ducking icicles, but you're also guarding low against eruptions. And I think I'd like to see Mr. Momo be trying to use some stomps, yeah, definitely. Because the range on stomps are really great, and they're a low attack, so that Velvet would have to be guarding low. Additionally, maybe try to scout out some ropes. The ropes are definitely very unsafe and difficult to place sometimes, but a Velvet's not going to be your most mobile opponent, and there we go. Using that one in the combo. Okay, so Candle right now is suggesting super jumping all over all the icicles, and that would be a good approach too. If you utilize the delayed icicles, that can help you with the super jumps because they'll still be in place. Like if you utilize icicle C in the air, or icicle C on the ground. Momo tries to utilize a 2D. And it doesn't. Actually, I don't know which D it was, but he tried to use a rope and it missed. You gotta learn those distances. Alright, it's one round apiece.
These are a few of my favorite things: kicking, stopping, and
Final round. Fight!
Right, just opens up with a raw C. One of the, I think one of the better approaches for opening for Arizona is to go for a short hop pressure. I mean, that can be stuffed out, but it's one of your better aggressive approaches. I'm sure somebody could tell me wrong. And again, stomps are a decent option as well, because stomps will give you some distance while putting something for the opponent to block low. All right, he push blocks through the super. Normally, you can get out of it completely by cross cantering, but he stayed in place while push blocking. All right, gets a good spacing on the 2D that time. All right, Astral comes down with the JA, but doesn't actually continue a combo. Right. Every now and then you'll see Velvet just do a random normal from full screen, and that's usually just them flubbing an icicle input. Or an eruption. Alright, now he's really starting to punish some of those, he's just using icicles. He's not mixing in his eruptions and snowballs to keep himself safe. So he got punished there for that. Looked like Mr. Momo tried to chip out the match. There's no cross canter available in the air, so you have to rely on push block. But that did not work out. Very, very close.
damage done to my flute.
That was close. Rematch? KO.
Right, and this Candle, that would be probably why I'm thinking about that, is because of Velvet's kind of staying in place and not being as mobile, that I think the ropes are pretty decent against her. And me being a Velvet only. But yeah, so they're extremely punishable. Definitely, those ropes. I think it's like almost a full second that you have to punish, like 59 frames or something. It's crazy. And but it's basically the Velvet's trying to play a spacing game with you, so the rope is one of your most long distance punish options that you can get, especially if that Velvet's constantly jumping. You can predict one of their jumps and get one of the anti-air ropes.
What? Never seen perfection before.
Round 1.
Hey, Tortoise and Crow. Well, we hope to see you here in half an hour.
Beautiful.
All right, a whole bunch of full screen zoning going on. It's not completely true zoning because there were some gaps to get out of it, but. All right, so you saw right there that Astral was using 5C. That is a very unsafe neutral move to use. You can get a really long range poke or out of it, but it's better as a long range punish. If you want to poke with her, you better be trying to use 2B or 2C if you are far enough away for that to be safe. And of course, if you do hit 2C and it's a little bit too close, you can always go into her low shatter. We're not actually seeing a lot of low shatter from Astral right now.
What's that move by Arizona that has a Hadouken motion?
Headbutt. Her standard
My autograph now.
her standard 2-3-6 Hadouken motion is headbutt if she does A, B, or C.
Round 2.
And
What's
those.
the C? Yeah, headbutt C. Since that has armor, you think that's good to go against Velvet? Since like if she gets hit by stray ice jump, they'll just get armored through.
Well, I mean that depends because the Velvet could be utilizing a lot of projectiles. Like they could have a 2D coming out. So that 2D snowball will be floating above your head. You'll also be getting hit by an aerial icicle and a ground icicle. Sometimes there's just too many projectiles, and they'll be blocking by the end of it all. So it's hard to say whether armor is always the approach to use against Velvet. But
So like
yeah, and then there's that too. You said Headbutt C, and I wasn't sure about this. But Candle corrected you and said Headbutt C does not have armor. Only Headbutt D, the magic headbutt. So you can only utilize the armor with the Headbutt D.
Oh, I forgot. I think they removed the armor on Headbutt C because most of my playtime is like old beta versions.
So Mr. Momobot is actually getting some of these 2Ds on Wake Up.
Final
Okay, so
round.
it did used to have armor. That's why Raysol is agreeing with you that in beta it used to have armor.
Yeah.
Alright, so
And, yeah,
Soul
I
went
haven't
into
played
a 5B
Arizona.
there on block. Pretty safe move to use, but then he went into he kind of staggered or delayed his overhead. And this time he actually hits with the overhead.
Just you wait.
But doesn't continue his... If he had actually done a 6A, he would have been able to more easily hit that shatter for the jump.
I think I noticed Momo's not using the ground pound as much as he should. 'Cause
Yeah,
pretty...
that's something that Candle suggested earlier, is that the stomps have great range. They hit low, they're relatively fast, especially A and B. So he hits with a raw 2C there, which has incredible disjoint. For any of you that are prospective Arizona players, take a look at 2C's disjointed hitbox. And he just does it 2 more times as I'm saying it. I'm not sure that's the way to go, but the disjointed hitbox of that move is pretty crazy to see for the first time. So if you're a beginner Arizona player, you can turn on your hitboxes and hurtboxes, and you can see how that goes.
So is that the set complete?
That is the set complete, I think. I'm pretty sure that Momo.
Should we bring?
Let's go for
None of
another
them are
match
in
on
voice
stream.
chat. Okay, Ty and Frost. You don't want to bring those two on voice chat?
We'll do that. We'll do that after this one.
Okay. You watching them?
I am indeed.
Okay. And Frost.
It's gonna be hard to get everybody in voice chat, especially we've already gone on for an hour and 19 minutes. More like just an hour since we had a slow start, but oh my god, 4 spectators, crazy. I hope it doesn't lag the match. First to 2, Astral, if you can hear me. We are doing first to 2. Did I miss? Did you actually win one? I'm so sorry if you did.
Oh, so it was 1-1.
He seems to be confused. I'm sorry, Astral.
Oops.
Yeah.
I guess we could do one more with that.
We'll make up for it. We'll pull them in. We'll pull them in for the next one. We'll talk about it. All right. So Ty's playing Palm. Frost is playing Velvet again.
Palm is not beginner friendly.
Palm's not beginner friendly, but she does have a few easily spammable moves. The most obvious being JC. It's not against other beginner players. They might not know how to deal with that move, so spamming it early on may seem like the solution. But eventually, you're gonna find players that know how to deal with it or how to get around it and punish it. You see that Frost is kind of just push blocking it away right now, but he's not able to set up a game or trip up the Palm with eruptions. I find that Palm is particularly susceptible to eruption. I don't know why. I seem to be able to hit Palm players with eruption a lot, whereas against like a Tianhuo, eruption's completely useless.
I guess like Palm has to what do you call it? Set up dogs.
The dogs, yeah, I think that's what it is too. It's the
and usually they have to. I mean, they have to be on the ground. So
that tends to be the case. Yeah, it was 1-1. He says, "I'm so sorry, my Velvet bro over there. I failed him." All right, Frost opens up with a Shatter A or Shatter C. It's all right. What were you gonna say?
What else is besides JC for Palm? I think
she does have a quick standing low, which is her whatchamacallit, her 5A. But that's not a super fast one, or not a super fast. It's not a super far ranged one, so it's just kind of a mix-up tool when you're in close. She has 2 invincible options. She has her Bork or Bark or whatever you want to call it, where she just lets out a really large. It's basically her reversal straight up, and it's punishable on block, but it's got those invulnerability frames, so it's a decent wake up option if you're not sure what to do.
Is Palm's 2B still really good, or?
Palm's 2B is definitely good. I just didn't get there. You saw that right there where she pulls up her arms when she's crouching. That 2B is a really, really good anti-air. It's well known that it beats out a lot of aerial projectiles because it flattens Palm's hitbox, or her hurtbox rather, to all minuscule proportions. And
yeah, I know this Frost isn't like usually if you want to be a good Velvet player, like especially if your opponent is far away, you want to be constantly like setting up your icicles or hitting them with the what do you call that? The shatter on the ground, not shatter. The spikes on the ground. What do you call that again?
Spikes on the ground is called eruption.
Yeah, you want to be hitting them with the eruption, like so.
Rich, did you get your stick fixed, by the way? Because I would love for you to be able to play. You did?
Yeah, I did get fixed. So what? Oh wait, no, we have to get Soul again. Soul.
yeah. I'm waiting. Oh, wait, never mind. Actually, if they don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and no, they're still over here. Screw it. Let's get their final match if they didn't already play it. Sorry, guys. I kind of screwed them over in our format that I had already set up. So they get one more. And it will be hype. It will be epic because we delayed it even longer. Yeah, so Candle suggests Palm could use Air Dog more against Velvet. Yeah, I'm pretty conscientious of where the Air Dog is myself, because that is a really a good long range tactic to use against Velvets that are just starting to spam projectiles. So I kind of am a little bit more cautious about my projectile use when Air Dog is in play.
Let us break the ice.
And I like to try to dash past it too. I like to try to mix up my movement so that it goes in the wrong direction. Alright, Soul opens up with a Shattered A. That's not a bad option against other Velvets, but it's not really a great option against a lot of other characters in the game.
Just you wait.
Would you like suggest for Arizona medium range? Because I noticed like she's deadly medium range. Because she can hit you with the stomp or the rope or the headbutt.
Yeah, well, he's trying to. It looks like he's trying to get those ropes right now. He's kind of playing at mid far, medium. You know, medium is pretty good. Like close mid, like. He's just really not staying on, like jumping in hardcore with super jumps. Like once he gets that hard knockdown, he just isn't able to, or the knockdown rather. He's just
Oh, yeah, I forgot Arizona has super jumps too. Short hop super jumps.
yeah. He is blocking a lot, but you know Velvet does a lot of chip damage, so he's got to actually he's blocking and then he's got to find the way in as well. So now it seems like he's a little rope happy because he opened up the match with the rope and got a 5C to the face. And Astral using still too many 5C. Lucky that he actually hit them. You got the close hitbox of 5C there, because otherwise that would have whiffed on the
Why are
crouching
you saying
opponent.
Astro? Wait, Soul Hunger is Astro.
Soul Hunger is Astral Mouse. So he's Astral Mouse in Discord. I honestly don't know which name to go by more, but alright, utilizes the 6M, that command normal medium.
Momo goes by another name also. I forgot what his name is. On the forums, he's goes by a different name.
Hits the super on the tumble after the magic headbutt. The magic headbutt does have follow-ups because it sends the opponent. Well, not magic headbutt. I don't remember what it was. A tumble one, but magic headbutt has the wall splat actually. Alright, utilizing a lot more of Arizona's normals in close range, which is good. For like 2A and 2B and stuff. Again with the round start rope. He keeps getting hit for that. See, I'm starting to wonder if it's a mistake. If these ropes are not intentional.
Momo also goes by Salty Beat. If you guys in the forums and on the Discord.
Alright, a couple of random 5Ds there. Probably weren't random, they were probably attempts at using icicles, which he may not, or if not icicles, eruption. Every now and then I try to use an icicle when I can't because the icicles are already on screen that I'm trying to use. Alright, right there he actually had an opportunity to punish a 5C, but he just wasn't there. Alright. I thought he was gonna get that JC. Alright, wall splats with the magic headbutt and goes straight into super, but doesn't have any meter to go to level 2. And he's just taking all sorts of incidental damage right now from Velvet as he gets his way in. And he push blocked the 5C. Now, the Velvet could have tried to go into a block string on that, but push blocking that was not really the thing you want to do on Velvet. Yeah, it's like Candle said, he could have punished the launcher, but push blocked it. The only time you really want to push block Velvet is when you think they're going to go into Eruption, to try to like start you on some sort of not real block string that she has. But, alright, before we go do anything else, Rich, would you like to get a match on stream?
We have to finish Ty and Frost.
I guess we do. Yes, we do. I don't want to screw them over as well. They actually have only done one match.
Say, who would I go against though?
Biaketh hasn't played.
Who?
I mean, there's a Biaketh. I guess there's a couple of new people. I don't know if they're all here for the beginner stream or not. So, but they are kind of just waiting in place around us. So. Yeah, the JB. So Raceall you suggests when Momobot missed that JC after for the punish, he could have hit with the longer range JB, which is the drop kick that Arizona does. And yes, I agree, it would have hit. Alright. So Frost gets a overhead shatter. You can combo off of the shatter if you're close enough with the 5C, and if you're even closer, you can get a 3C after that. But he doesn't do it. So in this matchup, this is the first Oleander we've seen today. So you see that Typher Brawl is trying to utilize that that magic teleport, which is a invincible reversal, but it's extremely punishable. Ouch. 2 Shatter Traps. A little bit of a waste of magic there, but you know, there's damage, so. Oleander only gets 3 magic meters, so. Alright, another magic teleport in neutral. Probably could have had a better punish.
Ty is getting lots of reads. But
He's
why is he staying?
Getting tons of reads because Frost is not punishing the reading with eruptions.
Yeah, but well, he is jumping in the air to read.
Right, but a moment ago he was just sitting there on the ground, which is not a good idea to do.
Well, I just saw it because I'm a bit behind on the stream.
That's fine. Oh yeah, you're not spectating. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so just a lot of teleporting around. As much as it sucks to deal with, teleports are punishable, but it's tough to deal with online. I'm not trying to complain about Oleander right now. I'm just saying that, like, you'll be doing something else for teleports. If you're lucky, you get a Shatter B on the teleport on the reversal of inputs. In this matchup in particular. You saw that right there, Frost utilized, I keep saying utilized, he did a 1D, which is the reverse snowball coming at you from behind. That's great in this matchup, because you'll see Oleander be double jumping and reading all the time, getting out of all your icicles and eruptions, and even your 5D snowballs. But you can catch them reading in the air in the corner with a 1D, because I would just hit them smack in the back of the head. Alright, see right there, there you go, exactly what I said. So that's good, he's aware of that in this matchup. So I think Frost already made the improvements from those first few matches where he was just doing nothing.
KO.
You may have my autograph now.
Is that 2-0 now?
Velvet wins. Where to from here? It's over now.
Local Hero Strider suggests that the tie for Brawl should have tried to get in. That Ollie can't outzone Velvet. That's true. In the long war, if you have good zoning with Velvet, you can't. You know, you can only put out so many projectiles. At some point, you need to be trying to teleport in or do something. As long as you're teleporting in safely, or punishing, you know, something Velvet's doing. Yeah, I think so too. Rich, let's do a match of yours. Are you gonna play Golden?
Yeah, Golden. Where's
Hooray.
Golden?
For this one, would you mind putting your
muting
voice?
myself?
Yeah, muting yourself for your match.
Yeah, okay.
You don't. I mean, you don't. You don't have to, but it might make more sense. I know MPK will like to keep his mic on during his matches. Lots of other players like to do. I don't like to do it too much because I'm still working a lot on my gameplay as well.
I've played Golden before, and problem I have with him is he'll get in the middle ground and he'll crouch down, and I don't know whether he'll if he's charging forward or charging back. So I guess.
For the round one. I do want to fight.
Alright, Rich opens up with a teleport. Another teleport into Jab. Doesn't get anything. Does get a projectile. Blocks the first few attacks overhead, but doesn't block the cartwheel C overhead. Gets hit by a teleport C-ball in the air. Or this time gets hit by a teleport C-ball performing a fireball. Dark Spark, or my bad, Fellspark. Dark Spark's a super. That's what I get for using actual names instead of just common names. Alright, again with gets caught with the teleport C doing a jab. I'm assuming that was probably trying to be a fireball based on the distance. Alright, Golden still doesn't have his, I mean, you wouldn't expect to because we're still playing on stream. He hasn't had a chance to practice, but still doesn't have those full combos. And I keep forgetting who's Rich. I mean, assuming Oleander is the character that he likes the most, but for some reason I kept thinking he was Palm or freaking name. It's because he always plays Palm, or shows Palm. He shows Palm in his hand, but plays a different character. Alright, he's got a combo going now. Just goes into super, and he utilizes his level 2, so let's see what he can do with this. Alright, he's not exactly sure which Fred attacks to use. Because he used a Portal Punch a little bit too far away for that to work. I believe that's the 4th time. Multiple times now. So one thing we can suggest to Rich is that he needs to learn a little bit more about his Fred attacks. As Fred is a huge part of Oleander's game. Alright, Golden W doesn't get the combo right, so he ends up dropping Oleander out of the mix. Just straight teleports onto the whatchamacallit. Oh, well, I think he was charging a teleport, I think.
Yeah,
he was charging teleport C, but you mixed him up with your own teleport, so he got cartwheel C.
Looks like he was charging forward, but then I just teleported behind him. So
yeah, he got cartwheel instead.
He got some, yeah. Okay, you're spectating?
Yeah, I'm spectating now. Local Hero Strider says, even doing raw teleports are bad because a lot of Velvet stuff has good recovery, at least from what I see. Feel free to correct me, Song. If you're saying that with Oleander's teleports, yeah, it depends. It depends on which things, because like Eruption, it's not great. Actually, let's see. Now, some of the icicles you can punish. Maybe not Eruption, but
I have trained years for this.
And the big thing with the icicles is that they'll also sometimes turn into, like I said, the other moves. Snowballs, yeah, snowballs are really quick. But Velvet's not in this match right now. Alright, so again, Golden's showing he's not exactly sure how to maximize those combos, but he did at least get some damage, and he's still got Rich in the corner. Got half the life bar. Alright, gets a short hop JC. Just goes straight into super. Let's see what he does on wake up. I think he might have meant to do the usual short hop JC cross up, but he gets a super jump instead, so... Or a normal jump? That was a normal jump. Ooh. Being cheeky there? This isn't the place to be cheeky. Not yet.
This isn't over.
Gotta earn that. Alright, Rich gets a 2C, J2C smite. That move has tons of hit stun, a gigantic hitbox, and he gets a good combo off of it. Ends it with super. Puts a Shaft Trap down, but the Paprika teleports and then teleport C's. Gets a T-shirt mix-up. Does the cartwheel C a little early, so that Rich didn't get hit by it, but ends up hitting with the super anyway. Alright, Rich blocks all of the T-shirt. But he dropped his combo. Doesn't hit with the smite this time. It looks like he's trying to smite his way to victory, but... It is definitely a good abusable move. Now, what Rich isn't really doing right now is he's not really double jumping much. Oh, see, he got I don't know what he was doing right there. Maybe he was trying to double jump, but he didn't block that teleport C while he was in the air. But double jumping will allow...
Yeah, I double jumped right when you said it. I got hit by the teleport.
See, that's what happens when you're listening to me while you're doing your match. You shouldn't have doing that. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not using double jump very much, and then you double jump and you get hit.
Yeah, I'm a bit rusty, so I haven't had like how many months? I haven't actually played the game since March, I think.
All right, you know what? You're in chat already. Golden, let's bring Golden into chat real quick, and then also.
He's not here. What though?
Huh?
I don't know. He's having issues getting to voice chat.
Oh. If not, we'll
just go into voice channel in FF Discord.
Yeah.
I might as well ask who wants next while I'm here.
Socog seems to be wanting next. I personally think Socogs is a little strong. Like Socogs and Raysol, obviously, I don't know if he's still here, but the local hero 2 would be a little strong for the stream.
Yeah, Socogs. I mean, if we had Socogs versus
local hero,
Ray, local hero,
we could do that, but not right now. Actually, okay, like, is this Lego My Trego? Is that golden?
Yeah, that's golden.
Okay.
Oh, wait, okay, bring him in.
Yeah, bring him over.
Hey.
Hello. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer Golden W or Lego or?
Just go Golden. I just use Lego as my Discord stuff.
All right. Well, hi Golden. Welcome.
Hi.
So, what do you think? The common question for everyone. What do you think you could have done better?
I
mean, you won just now.
Stop using so many unsafe moves.
Yeah, that's always the struggle for Freaker, right? But,
yep.
Let's see. I'm not exactly sure because you did win. So, yeah, the unsafe moves thing. You didn't get punished as much as you probably should have. So, Rich, make sure that when you're playing a Paprika that uses those unsafe moves that you that you punish.
I know them, but yeah, well, a lack of experience and probably some lag, and also I'm like very like I need to be more aggressive because I'll see him crouching there and like, oh no, what is he doing? Should I teleport next to him?
I mean, one of the things, if you're worried about lag, is just don't be afraid to use a jab, a 5A to go into a basic, a 5A or 2A to go into a basic combo. Just get a punish and get them knocked down. It doesn't have to be the craziest combo with, oh man, I got this crazy, 2B start, whatever, like a good medium starter or whatever. Just get something going.
I think the reason I'm always accidentally using Teleport C so much is because I'm always holding back whenever I'm doing anything on the ground.
Now, isn't Teleport C, aren't all the teleports the reverse? It's hold forward and then do back?
No, that's I meant cartwheel, not teleport. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So in one instance, you actually had an interesting case of where Rich teleported on you, and you did... Just instantly, you did a freaking cartwheel C, and that was clearly meant to be a teleport C.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I've had a lot of games where I sniped somebody from across the screen trying to do super with my teleport or my cartwheel.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, Local Hero says I'm only here to give advice to any Ollie players. So you got any advice for Rich there, Local Hero, while we're in here? And anybody got any Paprika advice right now? I mean, we've got a little bit.
I've got 2 questions.
What are your questions?
What do you think are the best options for the starting move? Because I'm trying to break the habit of using teleport as my opener.
I think Cartwheel A is
Cartwheel A.
I'm not positive on that. I'm not a Paprika player, so I'm just throwing some things out there. Sometimes Paprika short hop C is a good move. Okay, because you're gonna get a lot of blocks done off a cartwheel C or short hop C. So if you short hop C with all those hits, you get a lot of blocks done. You get back on the ground. The opponent will probably try to push block you, but at that point you're just reset to neutral anyway.
And my other question is, do you have any advice for pulling off Kissy Face? Because I'm really bad at dragon punches.
If you're bad at dragon punches, I mean,
oh yeah,
because I have to do dragon punches all the time. Like I have to do them all day with the rush. I
do Velvet on the side when I'm trying to practice these dragon punches because I realize it's important.
Yeah. Well, that's such a hard thing to say. Like I could say practice when you press the button, or practice when. Like, what's your controller scheme anyway? What do you use?
Just vanilla keyboard on my laptop.
For me, when I used to play keyboard and do DP Dragon Punches, I always just did forward down forward, and like I didn't try to worry about like trying to get forward down forward. I just got forward down forward in that sequence and try to do it quickly, and I would get my Dragon Punches out.
I think I remember people say like they press forward and then they hold down, and then they press forward again while holding down to do DP on keyboard. Is that correct?
I mean, I don't know, because I don't really do keyboard DPs anymore, but yeah, like the way to think about a keyboard is that all your directions are just they're not like a stick or a pad. They're not things you have to hold down. They're buttons. You only have to tap them a lot just to get the command input. You just have to tap it. You don't have to like be holding it or push it down. You know what I'm saying? It's hard
so
to explain.
I've occasionally streamed this game on my YouTube channel, and if you listen to my streams, other than my overactive computer fan, you can hear me like smashing the keyboard usually.
Yeah. Well, you can. I guess you can't really hear me. The pads are the quietest, so. But you can hear people smashing sticks too, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, the sticks are the most noisy.
So in terms of her magic system, I've always been trying to find a good balance of using fruit for chipping and using fruit for actual utility.
For like traps and everything. I don't know. I mean, like the only really strong chip is the basket, is the potted plant, from what I remember.
Yeah, I'm really good at getting that off when I need to. I'm not the only problem I have with quarter circles is whenever I'm moving, I'm not very good at stopping and then suddenly pulling one off.
The thing about gifts is I don't think they shouldn't be used for a chip unless you're at that point in the match when that is an option. And, oh dear, there's so much background noise.
Can you hear me?
I think so, Rich. I don't know who it is, but I can hear tons of background noise. I think it's you. Okay. No. Oh no, maybe it's Golden. Well, anyways.
Yeah, I'm at my cousin's house. Sorry, there might be some background noise.
It's okay. So all I was gonna say is that the gifts are great for traps. You know what? You have all these unsafe moves, but you know why? It's because you can make them a little bit safer by putting out these fruits and traps and everything.
Yeah.
And so when somebody sees, oh, they just teleport seed onto my head, I want to jab them. I can't jab them because there's a fruit in my face, or they do jab them.
So use fruit, then do the unsafe move. I see what you're saying.
Right, but only if that fruit is like be there where the opponent is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can't punish you with the jab as easily. They might have time for something else,
but the thing about the fruit is like if you're going against a good oleander, you should be careful of the fireballs. You might
yeah, that's true. It might hit the fruit. So I'm not exactly sure.
If you do it, but would you also suggest like against an ollie that Paprika should be going in more? Like I mean, against me, he could just sit there and just charge up one of these attacks. But against
I mean, you always want to be in. You want to have you want to get a move that gets a hard knockdown, and then you want to like once you get that hard knockdown, you want to have a mix up ready. You want to have like a grab, like stay in place, short hop JC in place, short hop JC cross up. Like you need to learn what to do after you get a hard knockdown so you keep it going. They call her a vortex character, is a character that has really strong setups after hard knockdown.
I see.
So learn what to do after you land that super, so that even if you're struggling a little bit in neutral, if you do get your hits and you do get conversions into super, then it just steamrolls from there. And
so
watch out for invincible reversals.
And regarding the super, so one thing that I do a lot, I don't practice combos that much like I should, but I do a lot of experimentation with various characters with moves. And I did a test with one of my friends, and out of all the supers, I feel like that Paprika's comes out the least. Like, with Oleander, you can spam it so much. But Paprikas, you really need to, like, do a really good input to get it out.
I don't know about that one, because I'm pretty sure it's just, it's all the same input. It's just quarter circle,
Right.
2 buttons. But
I've done experimentation. I feel like it comes out the least consistent out of all. I don't know if it's just I'm not doing it right, but
it's probably just something in your head. No joke, because like, I guess the idea of, oh look, she did a beam, and you're used to seeing beams in fighting games. Maybe it's just like, oh, that's so much more common. Yeah, they're all quarter circle forward. They're all quarter circle forward and 2 buttons. It's the like. Maybe it seems like, oh, this moves faster, right? But yours is invincible. Yours has an invincible startup, so and you have the ability to mix up your opponent.
I'm not so much concerned about the quarter circle. It's the 2 buttons. I feel like I've watched very slowly. I've watched the inputs. It's the 2 buttons that I've noticed. Like with Oleander, for example, you can hit the 2 buttons separately and it still counts. But for Paprika, you need to hit 2 both at the same time, and it has to input as 2 at the same time.
I don't know about that. Like, I honestly, I don't know one way or the other on that. I'm just I was pretty sure that was irrelevant.
The main reason I'm bringing this up is because sometimes I feel like I have to do it a couple of times, and by the time I actually get the super off, they're already too low, and then it misses.
You don't want to be trying to repeat inputs. You just what you need to do in that case. That's a lab thing. You have to go into lab. You have to practice in training mode over and over until you never miss after your kissy face and gift. You get the gift and you immediately get your super, and that's all there is.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we've been talking for probably a bit too long. There's other people that we want to talk to.
Of course, yeah.
So
thank you.
No problem.
That'll help me a lot. Thank you.
Let's pull in Frost, and I don't remember Turtlebird's match. Did Turtlebird even get a match?
No, he wants to fight next.
Okay. I don't know who Turtlebird is gonna fight, but let's.
Turtlebird and Momo.
All right, let's do that then. Not yet. Oh, not ready then. You know what? Let's do Soulcogs and Local Hero. Soulcogs, I know you wanted to play. Would you like to play? Or did Local just come to chat to look around?
I don't know. He seems to be chilling there. Oh, Turtle says he can do it now. So
okay,
Turtle.
Never mind. Sorry. No, actually, Turtlebird, you should definitely play, because I've seen Soulcogs and Local before. And
plus, Turtle and Momo were in line for. Oh, he's AFK.
AFK.
Did I just see him move? I mean, he's not AFK right now.
Maybe he's like one of those users that has like Mr. Ree just put spectating at the end of his name.
Well, they're fighting now, so.
Like, some people will just put some of the things that the lobby says at the end of their actual name, so it's confusing.
So should we do Soulcogs and Local after this?
Yeah, let's do it, because Soulcogs said he wanted to play. But I've told him before is that you're experienced enough where you might be a little strong for some of the beginners. I think Local might be even stronger than him. Local Hero might be stronger, but...
Like my pa always says, put him up.
Round
Right,
one.
so Turtlebird is a palm player, and Momo Boots is the same Arizona we saw earlier.
Momo Boots.
Everybody's boots. Turtle Boots and Momo Boots here. This is your own song boots.
I mean for Momo it applies a bit better because playing Arizona, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Boots. Anyways, so some of the pressure from Momo's not too bad. Looks like he's trying to incorporate some stops. Alright, the palm uses a 2C in neutral. It's far enough away from that not to be too much of a problem. Had a little bit of a combo going with the dog there, so that's good. Good job on the block from the Airbuds. Stopped crouch blocking, and it was far enough away not to get hit by any sort of nasty mix-ups where it was a crouch in, a low and an overhead at the same time. when you're Palm, you definitely want to see what you can do with getting your air attack and your low attack out, because you can do that with those dogs. Closes it out with a 2B.
That was close. Round 2. Fight.
All right, summons the ground dog, not the digger, the normal attacking dog. All right, does a launcher, and I don't know if that was a true punish on the launcher, but it got hit anyway by the 6M. Those remember, launchers on block, unsafe for everybody. Okay, gets a cross up JC. Don't think that was a super jump. I'm not sure. Alright, not a bad 2C. His distance was decent and it was kind of meaty. So that was not a bad 2C, in my opinion. Somebody could probably correct me and say he could have done something better, but I thought that was a decent closeout. Alright, gets a JC, but doesn't get any conversion off of that. So it looks like Momobot has improved a little bit. We're seeing some real combos now. Actually, definitely using the resets.
You almost said Momo Boost there, didn't you?
Did I? I didn't? Momobots? Did I say Momobots? Alright, so Turtlebird has had enough. Does an invincible reversal.
Momo's letting him call out dogs too much.
Yeah, definitely needs to be a little bit more in Palm's face here.
Yeah.
Right? Magic Dash is in, but gets punished. Both of these characters have a kind of not fully invincible, like in Arizona's case, not fully invincible, but these dash options. Palm's is they're both punishable. Palm's doesn't require meteor, Arizona's does require some meteor to do. But I don't know if Palm's is throw invincible, because Arizona's is not throw invincible. If you catch it, you can throw her out of Magic Dash. Palmishable. Astral, you're banned from the stream forever. No,
then I should ban myself then.
You're right. You would have been banned 1,000 times over by now. Play again. I don't know if they understand my waggle was a play again waggle.
Yeah, why do I have to ask frame delay from spectators?
And if we have anybody in chat that has any Palm advice, we definitely have Arizona's in chat, I already know, but if we have any Palm advice going on in chat, please, provide your advice for Turtlebird here. He's not doing too bad. He's using his dogs. That's very important, to learn how to use them. He's using Airbud. That's very important to use.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, starts off with an opening bark, so it's relatively safe.
Is Air Dog good for Arizona? I see Air Dog for Velvets or for Ollies.
Well, I think Air Dog is good, for anybody, because you can have a mix up with the overhead attack while doing a low attack at the same time.
Well, when I use Palm, I always miss attacks with the Air Dog. But I think the good thing about the Air Dog is it'll follow the opponents, so it's good for.
You can get past it though. So right here, Momobot did not get past the Air Dog at all this time. I got hit by it, I think both times.
It looked like Turtlebird predicted that he would go forward, so he got hit.
There was a long-range stare down there for a moment. Palm had the ground dog out, but
Turtlebird is getting kind of far away from Momo. Should be trying to be calling dog reinforcements.
All right, so he finishes it with a JC.
That was close.
Yeah, what do you think? It's like Turtlebird was there. In the long range, just right there, Momo just backdashed away. Oh yeah, okay, he's calling out dogs now.
Panda Man for Brawl, you should definitely, if you got any Palm advice, go ahead and say it. Or go ahead and drop it in the stream.
For Brawl that's Thai for Brawl. That's Ty.
That's who?
What's that?
Oh, Ty for
And
Brawl.
the
Gotcha,
man
gotcha,
for
gotcha.
Brawl, that's Ty for Brawl.
Got it. Alright, so he has Mama Dog on screen. Alright.
I keep hearing that Mama Dog is good for corner.
Extremely good for corner because of her Azuna drop stuff. Having a character that can do an unblockable throw while you do other things in the corner is pretty crazy. And there's some nasty, oppressive setups with that.
Would you say like Palm's light attacks are very weak because they have their range is like terrible?
Yeah, the range is terrible. And that, you know, she has a little bit of a mix in that her standing light is low. But you know, that's not really. I'd say that's more of something you can use in the corner as a mix-up.
Final round.
Yeah, because like for me, like Oleander, because her normals are so long range, I love using her 5A. But I got so used to it. Whenever I play Fawn, I'll always miss because it's such low range.
Right, uses the 5C, but gets hit by the airborne Arizona. Now, Arizona had the corner for a moment, but Airbud saves her. Right, push blocks on the, and that's the case where you probably don't want to push block because once again he did a unsafe launcher on block. Probably could have punished it with something else.
Would you say that push blocking against Arizona is, I mean, it's because like you push block, they're gonna hit you with like rope or ground pound or.
If they start to predict your push blocking attempts, then yes, then you can get predicted into a rope.
From here. Hey-o.
Is that 2-0?
I think so, but I've been wrong before.
I was paying attention to 1.
Was that 2-0? They can just tell us. So I think it was 2-0 Turtle Bird. Or 2-0 Momobot, rather.
They're not responding. How about in the chat? Oh, Soul says it was 2-0, so
Okay.
we're gonna move on to... You want to get them in the voice chat, or should we go...
We'll do another one. We'll do another one. We'll do voice chat, and then we're going to end the stream. It's already been 2 hours, so we'll do voice after this. You think it was 1-2? Not in your favor, Momobot? Well, regardless. Let's do Local Hero and Soul Cogs.
Yeah, so after this, should we end it?
We'll talk to some more people in stream and stream chat, and then
End it.
And then we'll end it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Is Soulcog serious?
The matches. Oh, he thinks we were talking about the rounds.
Okay, they're fighting. Okay.
So Soulcogs is one of our players across the big pond. Well, it depends on. It could be either across any. He's a Russian player, I believe, and Local Hero is in the U.S.
He's between the two big ponds.
He's between. Yep.
And then a bunch of land in between.
Let's make it quick.
Slow works too.
Meanwhile, Local Hero is a Midwestern player.
Ready? Fight.
I used to be a Mid-East player.
Soulcogs is going. So I was earlier. I'm used to him playing I'm used to him playing Arizona. So when he said Zoner earlier, I thought he was talking about Arizona, but he's actually playing Velvet now. So I was a little confused.
I've seen him play Tianho, and then before that Arizona. Now he's playing Oleander.
Well, he put a launcher on block there and got punished for it a little bit. So seems he's still not exactly sure what to do with Velvet on block strings. All right.
Oh wait, Soulcog
if he had just stayed standing, his icicle, his icicle would have hit if he had just kept the standing block going, because Local was being too aggressive with that icicle in play. But he chose to crouch block and the double jump caught him unawares.
My cause is righteous. Do not get in my way.
Got to keep track of Oleander's jumps if you can. It's not always easy, but you know, don't immediately switch to your crouch block. See right there, he got away with that one because he got his 2A kind of his 2A was out before the freaking the smite.
Oh yeah, like when I was playing Ollie, I kept forgetting that she has moves. I kept forgetting that she had
smite,
read, and not smite.
Now you actually use that read.
And traps and double jump. So
one of the things I want to go ahead and compliment Socloaks on is a couple times he was setting up his icicle and then he stopped doing anything for a moment. He kind of used it defensively, and that's good too. It's just you put an icicle out and now you can kind of block and wait for it to hit the opponent. But that said, he's getting wrecked. Does get a combo off of his eruption.
Oh,
now they're just throwing.
Punish that icicle.
It's gotta be careful now because Fred is one of the most impressive things you can deal with in the game. He did a good job of putting out projectiles and then blocking the portal punch, but got hit by the second one. So he went a little bit too far in on the projectiles the second time around. Panda Man for Brawl says it must be nice to know combos. Yeah, well, you gotta train them. It's hard. It can be hard, but it's not really that hard. It's just effort. It's time and effort spent in training mode, and people don't always want to do that. I don't blame them because I don't like. Some people love it. Some people are lab monsters and they do ridiculous things in training mode, but then they play in a match and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do in neutral. Oh, I don't know when to block or punish. And so then they struggle there. But when they get a hit and they have the resources, oh man. For a while, I thought Mao was kind of like that, but actually Mao is a really good Velvet player. He's got some crazy combos that he's contributed to the community, and he's actually good in neutral as well. So I haven't seen him play in a while. He's got some matches up against Ryukusen and Blue Fire, I think. So he likes to post matches. Yeah, Mao.
Has he played on stream on a FF stream before?
I don't know. I don't think he doesn't. Not too active in the Discord, but he has contributed before. All right, match 2. So Local starts off with a teleport.
Socog's going back to his.
Yeah, Socog is like, I don't want to do that. So this is the character that Socog normally uses, is Arizona. I forgot to mention that. Right. Doesn't get that cross-up JC. Alright, so a little more comfortable, as y'all can see, with Sokongs over here. He knows his character, knows the combos to a degree. I say that, and he drops that next one. Right, gets hit by a double smite. For beginners. Well, hey, this is the last match we're gonna do, so. So you guys can see a little bit more of what you might be able to do with Oleander once you know the combos. You also see that Local Hero is using double jump very effectively.
Yeah. I wasn't using double jump at all, except that one time when you said it, and then it's like, okay, I should try double jumping.
Right.
I got hit by it.
So you see, using a lot of smite there, or not smite. That's a J medium. My bad. I don't know if it was smite, it would hit, but those are a lot of jumping mediums.
Yeah, even before when I was playing Ophelia, I kept forgetting that she has double jumps. That's the other thing. You have to learn to use the mechanics in the game if you wanna, you know.
Yeah, we're actually going to talk about that at the very end. We're going to talk about game mechanics.
Yeah. So, okay, so we're going to end the stream soon, or we're just going to bring in some people to chat?
Let's talk to...
Turtle Bird's in here now. Should we bring him in?
Yeah, let's talk to Turtle Bird and Momo. Now that I got to see Turtle Bird play.
Hey, Turtle Bird. Are you there?
Hello? Maybe he doesn't realize we brought him in the chat. No voice chat. Aw.
No voice chat. What? Oh, that sucks. So you still want to chat to us a bit? Well, I guess you could make some commentary on his match while we have in here, Song?
Yeah, I guess I could comment a little bit. Well, let's see if we can get Mr. Mobilebot in chat too. But yeah, so like, what do you think you did that could be improved upon, Turtlebird, with your palm play? Actually, you were doing okay. There's just some times when it seemed like you called out the ground dogs a couple times and didn't really seem to get much off of that. You seem to be having more success with the air dogs. I think Local Hero and Soclogs might want to get in at some point too.
You done? Oh.
But I gotta wait.
Any comments, Turtle?
He can't. He's got to type it out. He's typing.
Yeah. Let's. So just gonna wait a bit. He panicked and got distracted by some sounds. Squirrel?
During the match.
I guess. He got distracted by a squirrel. Well, you do got a lot of puppies in there.
It might be kind of hard to do it. Oh no, I have difficulty with the ground dogs. Okay. Yeah, so like, I don't see them used as much on me, so I'm not exactly sure what to do with them. I see a lot of air dog used against me by palms. Remember I played...
Well, you are like a long range. Like one of the ground dogs follows palm, so I guess that ground dog that follows palm would be good against, I don't know, like Tianho or Arizona, you think, or I don't know.
I actually was not paying attention there when you said. I'm so sorry, Rich. I was looking at the chat.
So sorry. Yeah, like cause one of the Palm has like a digger and
right. She has the single attack ground dog and the digger dog. I mean,
but they don't follow you around. Like one dog I think follows you around, and then there's another dog. Yeah, that's a helicopter dog that follows the opponent around.
Pretty sure I could have sworn that you could just place them where you want with a lot of them, but
I remember one of them follows Palm around. Most of them, you have to control them or they stand in place.
Oh, Soclogs apparently he changed his method to pad. I didn't realize that. So, let's see. What can I say?
Should we bring?
About...
Is that all?
One of the things that you could be using, Turtlebird, with your air dog or with any of your dogs is with your you didn't use your dash at all. That dash is very punishable if you just do it from full screen, but if you use it as a cross-up tool, it can be really effective when you have dogs out. So
the Palms charge A or B, right?
I don't remember. I don't know what the command is for her dash, but she has this.
I think it's back charge and then A or B, because the C is the Bork.
Yeah. He did use that one on a wake up, and it worked out for him. I think so.
Was he using Bork in combos? Because I see.
Yeah, you can get your Bork for like a combo ender to restand and stagger the opponent, or to just have the opponent staggered, maybe not restand it, and then you go into super from there.
Because I notice people will use the Bork at the end of the combo to call a dog or do a super.
Yeah, and then you're right. The stagger will also give you an opportunity to summon. Dogs.
Watch like Hammett play, and he'll do a combo on you. And
Turtlebird, if you want to know some good some players to watch, Hammett and Krakatoa are very strong palms. Also, Neko Crispy is a good palm.
Oh yeah, Neko. Neko's been on Crack. He was on the tournament, so you could watch his matches.
Yep.
And Neko, he hasn't come on recently, but
you mean Hammett? You mean Hammett? Because Hammett doesn't play on a lot. You can watch Neko Crispy in the EWF streams.
I think we have a Hammett match on the FF videos, but that was in the early beta days. But
Turtle, the last time I saw Hammett play was against Sonic Fox in a March stream when Sonic Fox showed up, and he did really well against Sonic Fox, but he still got. When I say really well, I mean he still got wrecked, but he had good play. he pushed Sonic Fox a little bit. So.
But
Okay.
yeah, if you want a recent match, you could check out the Krakatoa on the Magic Series number 2 video if you're curious.
The last thing I want to do is Soulcogs, I don't think I've heard you on mic before, but are you comfortable with voice chat or no?
I'm gonna drag local in here. Hi. Local,
Hey, what's up,
you
Local
there?
here?
Hello.
Hello. How are you speaking to? Okay, for a moment there, it still had the mic.
Oh yeah.
The mic symbol on. I was like, what kind of wizardry? You don't belong. You're not even a beginner Discord. You're like with advanced Discord.
Hey, I said I wasn't gonna
Hey,
fight, but then
Soulcogs.
you're like, oh, let's have him fight Sokol. I was like, okay.
Well, because
he's also a beta guy, so I guess I'll fight him.
Right. Soulcogs, I forgot that you just switched to pad, so I apologize. I felt like you would be a little bit too experienced for some of the other players here, but then I didn't realize you not only switched to pad, but also switched to Velvet for a little bit. So
While local is here, I think we should ask him for any advice because he's a better player than both of us.
well, hold on. Let me ask Soulcogs, what do you think you could have done better with Velvet?
Switched back to keyboard. I already panicked.
Switch back to keyboard. Why are you on pad?
Because I kind of want to be able to play on pad too, because like
it's somewhere you can
local
take
tournaments.
Yeah, tournaments. Yeah. Well, that's
let me ask you, what kind of controller are you using?
I am on Xbox for Windows.
Xbox.
Pretty good.
Are you
360 or
using
Xbox?
360 or Xbox One?
Totally not stick.
Yeah, are you using an Xbox 360 controller or an Xbox One controller?
Well, I use. So I play Velvet exclusively. Let me get this one.
Yeah.
I play Velvet exclusively, and I play exclusively on a pad. I use a DS4. I use DualShock 4. I'm not saying that's the way to go. I'm just saying that I'm very comfortable on it. If you're not comfortable on the Xbox controller, give it a shot. Although, really, you know what you should probably try looking into? They're doing this thing called a Mixbox, which is basically making a. If you've ever seen a hitbox, do you know what a hitbox is, Soulcogs?
Are you being sponsored, Song?
It's like a fight stick, but with
the
keys
buttons.
instead of stick.
Yeah, it's got key buttons instead of stick.
Yeah, nice stuff.
They have they're trying to do something now where it's the same concept except it's arranged like a keyboard and it has keyboard style buttons. So it's made for keyboard users. And they call it a Mixbox.
You're talking about that.
Yeah, this stream's sponsored by Hitbox, Mixbox, and Chex Mix.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I read that.
Yeah, you should definitely. I don't
cool
know how.
Stuff. It's definitely would be much effective for me.
Yeah, I feel
still
bad for all
like
the keyboard players because you guys have a hard time going to
Xbox
tournaments.
Is good, but I just don't have enough experience at pads.
Yeah. Well,
general.
I saw a couple times with your Velvet play, you did at least you were starting to put like some defensive icicles out. You put an icicle out and then you kind of stopped doing something and the only like you got one time you got opened up low or like got opened up high where you were in the corner, you had an icicle out, it had been there long enough and you guarded the first smite.
I feel like the only bad places I have on pad is movement and blocking, and blocking hard times when situation comes.
Yeah, the pad sometimes can be difficult on block
But
and on
other stuff like specials and DPs and everything else is just good.
It's not bad.
Maybe push blocks, but
Loki Hero,
push
what do you?
blocks are fine.
What do
if
you?
I'm just medium and heavy.
Let me get some commentary from Local Hero on what he thinks some Oleanders should do in their gameplay.
Well, from the Ali play I watched earlier from Ty, the advice I could give to him is, don't. And this is really to a lot of.
Wait, just a second. Ty is in the voice chat. Since your advice is to him specifically, I'll
bring
him
him
here.
bring him in here. Yeah.
Hey Ty.
Hey Ty, what's up?
Okay, go ahead, Logo. Just
I just want to say from when I was watching your Ali play earlier, Ty, you against Velvet, you really need to be aggressive as Oleander because 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna beat Velvet in the zoning game. Like 9 times out of 10, she's just a much better zoner than Oleander is. Like against some character.
What happened? Did we lose him?
Did you cut out?
We lost.
Did I cut
him.
out?
You're dead.
Hello?
No, it's
you're there.
With the stream, it's kind of hard to tell what the sound's coming from. Hold on.
On my Velvet.
Yeah, against Velvet, you definitely have to be aggressive because trying to play a zoning game against Velvet is just gonna.
Aggressive, though.
Oh yeah, not too much aggressive. You want to.
You want to keep
you definitely want to get in a safe way. Like I said earlier, just like teleporting Raw into near Velvet is bad because Ali's teleports are very unsafe, and if someone picks up on him, you're gonna get punished easy.
Yeah.
All right, I think so. If only because it's now 8:21. We did say it was going to be a longer stream, but we're going to go ahead, I think, and cut it off here. Ray, I will not buy you a custom mix box. I'll buy you a bag of Chex Mix though. How about that? Does that sound like a fair trade? And
what about for me?
Everybody gets a bag of Chex Mix.
All right.
And we're gonna go ahead.
Wait, before we go,
Rich,
Ty. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Does Ty want to say anything to close out?
Any quick comments, questions, Ty?
Bippy, please.
Huh?
What?
Bippy, please.
Bippy, please. All right. I'm not sure what that was meant to be, but
okay. So I'm just gonna move everyone, and then
okay.
Let's stop the stream.
All right. Before we close out completely, I just want to say thanks to everybody who came out. I appreciate everybody who contributed. I appreciate everybody who played, everybody who came in and talked to us. I hope we were helpful. I know sometimes the stuff is general. We say things like, be more aggressive, be more defensive. But it's all about trying to do these things in a way that is safe, that allows you to poke at the opponent. When you get a good poke, then you go into a combo. Then you decide, and you also decide, do I want to do a long combo? Do I want to do a short combo? All that. You also want to start learning your system mechanics. We had somebody talk about how they didn't know how there was short hopping, or they didn't know how to short hop, rather. So you want to learn how to do your character-specific mechanics. You also want to learn how to do things like push block and when to push block. And you also want to learn when to cross canter. And just real quick, cross canter was used a little bit by some beginners here. And it's just holding back while you're in block while you're holding back. Press forward and 2 attack buttons. It will require, I think it takes half meter, and it gives you that quick green flash, forward moving, mildly invincible attack. It can be baited, but it's something to use when you're just not sure of how to break out, and you just want to say, get him off me, get to the ground. So, but yeah, like all these things, just being safe, going to the lab and learning your combos so you don't drop them. Everybody hates dropping combos. And we want to emphasize that it's a fighting game, and not everybody's always going to be like supportive and nice and everything, but you just got to work through that. We're here to do our best to be supportive and nice and help you ascend the ranks. But as you ascend the ranks, you're gonna run into some walls here and there. Those walls can either be like, really nice walls like bubble boots, or they can be really, really, sometimes nasty ones that don't care if you get better or not. So, but we're here to help. And the last thing I want to announce is that we are planning the Magic Series 3 for the weekend before Combo Breaker. I don't remember the exact dates that would be. Rich, do you have a calendar up in front of you? Because
wait, what weekend is
Combo Breaker is the weekend of the 23rd, 24th. So let's just use some basic math. I believe the 14th would be not the 14th. The
wait, what calendar are you looking at? Why 26, 23, 24th?
For Combo Breaker?
23, 24 is Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, see? Yeah. I'm not using the right days at all.
So it'd be 26, 27? It's this month, right?
Yes, it's at the end of this month.
Well, either my calendar is wrong or your calendar is wrong.
So let us very quickly pull up a calendar.
You can just press the clock on your computer to see.
Yeah,
on your desktop.
I'm looking at it right now. All right, so the 25th, 26th, and 27th is the weekend of Combo Breaker. So on Saturday, the 19th of May, 2018, according to this calendar, we will be running the Magic Series number 3.
That's 2 weeks from now.
That is 2 weeks from now. So we'll be doing the same format of 32 players. MPK will be streaming winners bracket. I'll be streaming losers. If you know anybody that's really like raring to go on doing some commentary, have them talk to MPK and he'll vet them and see if we can get a co-commentator on winners bracket side. I personally don't mind doing it alone on losers, but June will help me from time to time as well. And that's it.
Yeah.
Please, we'll make the. Well, sorry, I'll just say real quick. We'll make the bracket as soon as possible for TMS3, so that everybody can join it. And Rich, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, just saying we've been looking for a co-host for MPK for a long time. So
yeah, we thought we had a solution, but it didn't work out. So.
Yeah. So, wait, are we doing a stream on Combo Breaker weekend?
That's gonna be up to you guys. I'm going to Combo Breaker, and I'm gonna go to the side tournament, TFH side tournament at Combo Breaker. I don't know what the stream setup's gonna be, but I think they're gonna stream top 8 or finals at the very least. So please.
Are you gonna commentate?
If they want me to.
Do they have someone else?
I'm not the best at it, but if they want me to, I will. So I'll and if I get there, I won't say things like, "Oh, I'm not the best at it." I'll be like, "Yeah, it's hype. It's Combo Breaker. I'm the best commentator on the planet, Songhacker." I won't say that at all. But that's it. No more. It's finite. We're done. See you all later.
Hey, wait, before we close, I just want to say.
No, finite. Oh, what do you want to say? Real quick.
Yeah, we gave MPK a break this week because he's been streaming every week since last year or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I think he deserved a break, and I had to take 2 people to take his place on commentary.
So shout outs to Keith.
Big compliments. Big shout outs to Keith.
All
and
right.
okay, I'll let you close it out.
I'm done. See ya.